It's Rob!
Tony! And I'm Jeff.
We're in gaming.
And that's you.
Hi. Hello everybody and welcome back to the inn. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my Hearthstone name. And today we're going to be going to Ranked 5, and by I mean today, it's the same day that we've been, we started at Rank 8 today, I believe. Anyway, we'll be playing Dragon Priest, a very good deck that seems, very good deck on ladder at the moment. Does very well against some of the more aggressive decks, such as like Shaman and Huntard and Shaman. Hey look, Huntard, nice. Anyway, Magic Turtle, how you doing? I like the Power Ward Shield. I don't like, ooh. Actually, we're gonna keep the Triad Drake. Yeah, because the agent needs it for the activator. Okay, Entomb doesn't help us too much unless he's gonna Savannah High main later. But it's not nothing. There's not much we can do about it anyway. This early on. So the thought is to coin onto the agent, or to wait on it and maybe coin the Power Ward Shield on it on turn 2. Yeah. So we would agent turn 2, coin power. See what we draw. Ideally, we draw into a 3-drop. If not, we have a 4-drop. But what's probably a better play is to save coin, agent on 2, coin on 3 into Twilight on 4, and then maybe draw into like another 4 or 5. It's more ideal. All right. Corruptor's a nice 5, so we're just going to probably end here. There's no point for us to waste the coin on an agent when he doesn't even have a field developed yet. And we're also on our winning streak, so ideally if we can win the next 3 games, we'll have rank 5. If not, then this video obviously you won't be seeing it, and we'll be going from wherever we start off next. But hopefully we can do it. I made a lot of videos today, and running low on steam. All right, so Mad Scientist is a good start for him. We got another Drake, so we can play the agent. We can coin into the Drake on 4, and then we can play the Corruptor on 5 and not have to worry about not having a Dragon Activator in our hand if we end up needing not needing another 4-drop. Because 2 Dragon, ideally we want to draw into the Whelps, because the Whelps make good activators, and you don't really have to play them because it's just like a 1-drop 2/3. So it's not really hit or miss if you. It's not essential that you play it, which is why it's such a good activator. Holding on to like an Azure Drake or a Twilight Drake in your hand over a long period of time could be bad if you're holding on to an activator. Villains is really nice here because we're actually going to be able to kill his Leok, and we really don't get punished for it too much unless he has some way to deal 4 more damage to our agent. I guess he could silence it and swing. No, he wouldn't even swing into it if he silences it because Iron Beak would be able to take care of it. Turn 4 with him. It's hard to say. I don't think he'll. If he wastes an Iron Beak on this now, that's actually pretty good because that leaves our Twilight Guardians up for grabs. When they taunt, we won't have to worry about them getting silenced. So a secret, a Knife Juggler. All right. So I'm going to assume off the bat that that's going to be a Frozen Trap or an Explosive. Most likely Frozen though. So I think we no. We'll kill the Knife Juggler. I was thinking Power Ward Shield and then Twilight Drake. But Corruptor into the Knife Juggler looks like it'd be a little bit better because we're not going to be able to attack this turn. If we attack, that'd be a fatal mistake. If it is Frozen Trap. It's not a Frozen Trap that we got bluffed, but I'm going to make the assumption it is a Frozen Trap. Because that'd be the worst card. And if, of course it's the worst card if it's against us. Alright, so from here, if it is a Frozen Trap, we'd want the Corruptor to go back to our hand. Because if we attack with the taunt, then we lose Velens. So let's test the waters. We'll see if it's a Frozen Trap. If it is, we'll go from there. And it is. Okay. So we're going to make the assumption that he's playing mid-range. Houndmaster is normally not found in face, but who knows. So we kill off the web. We heal our guy back up. No. We can shield it. Shielding first, see what comes, and then probably Drake. Another Power Word Shield. All right, so Drake is the best option here. So he's going to have to swing both cards into the 4/5 anyway, unless he wants to waste a spell. If we use another Power Word Shield, he can still kind of get through to it. It's 6. No, I guess he wouldn't be able to, especially if we healed it. But then we're so susceptible to a Iron Beak Owl. So it throws out another secret, so that's most likely going to be a Snake Trap, an Explosive Trap, which I don't think it's going to be, or a Bear Trap. It seems Snake Trap and Bear Trap are really popular right now, and Explosive Trap kind of left, and I don't know why, because a lot of aggro decks are like very A lot of aggro decks are being played now, so I think Explosive Trap would be very good to play, but I just haven't seen it. So we're going to swing to the Shredder, see what pops out of it. Well, Doomsayer, you say? We have no way to get rid of the Doomsayer besides an Entomb, and we of course don't want to Entomb a Doomsayer because we know he's playing mid-range, so Savannah Highmane is there. Yeah, we just end our turn, and hopefully he doesn't have decent cards to follow up with. His Haunted Creeper is going to make 2/1 Spiderlings, which isn't good for us because now he actually has cards on board. We don't have... Wow. Okay, then. So I don't think we Entomb this because then we don't develop anything else. But if we Shadow Ward Death this, we have 4 more mana to play a Twilight Drake. Entomb looks so nice because we don't have a boom in the deck, but Shadow Ward Death allows us to play a Twilight Drake. Or develop 2 1/3s and then Power Ward shield them, or even a 2/4 with Taunt. So anyway, we have to kill the boom no matter what, so we'll get that out of the way. No. Because now yeah. Because if we Drake now, we actually have 1 less HP. Yeah, that was a mistake. We should have Draked first and then Shadow Ward Deathed it. But I was thinking maybe we throw up like 2 1/3s and a Taunt, but then that also, with the bombs are just going to go through the 1/3s like a joke. And also, if we play more creatures, we're more susceptible to an Unleash the Hounds right now. And the fact that we don't have a board, we don't have Holy Nova and or Light Bomb in our hand, makes it so the more creatures he summons, the harder to deal with them. Ideally, we want him to summon like a big creature so we can just Entomb it, like a Savannah Highmane. Entomb onto the boom would have been nice, but we just didn't have enough mana to develop the board at all. And the fact that we at least have a creature down now helps. So, it's not a Frozen Trap, we know that. Could be a Snipe. It's not going to be a Snipe. So let's draw and see what we get. Twilight Guardian helps. We don't have a Dragon activator for it though, but we can play the Agent with no problem. Put up a Taunt so he has to kill creatures. We can throw it on the Northshire because we may be healing ourselves or the Drake. It also adds another target for him to kill. We'll swing and see what happens, I suppose. It's a bear... Worst case, it's a Bear Trap. Okay, Bear Trap it is. I was going to say if it was a explosive, I suppose that'd be bad too. We'd want to attack first. So that was actually... We could have done better there. And we also just want to increase the fact that our Agent would have just died there with the bear, because the bear would have just swung into it 1/1, so it was obvious that we needed Develon's chosen it so it can stay alive. And he hasn't played Iron Beak yet, and if he had it, he would have played it by now, so we're going to make the assumption he doesn't have Iron Beak onto the Develon. So he's actually going to have to deal with this taunt creature with his creatures, which he doesn't even have enough of anyway. So he might actually just swing his Web Spinner into the Agent to see what comes out of it. Maybe he gets a Silent from Web Spinner or a beast that'll help him in this situation. But I don't know what he has. It's always good going against Hunter because once they use all their bursts, they really don't have anything after that. They've got like Quick Shot to refresh the hand, but for the most part, like once a Hunter runs out of steam, that's pretty good, unless you're really low and he's just able to like ping you down with his passive and maybe top deck a charge. But for the most part, if you can wear him down like we have so far, still have another taunt in hand as long as we draw. Ooh, that actually helped him. So you can actually get past our taunt with that Direwolf. That was actually a good Web Spinner for him. I mean, not the best card you get from Web Spinner, but it helped him in this situation. Why would he... That's such bad placement. No, it's actually not. So then this lives. We need a Holy Nova. No Holy Nova, ouch. So we're going to have to Corruptor his 4/3, swing our Northshire into the bear. We're going to need to heal this turn, so we can't play that cleric. So kill off his Direwolf and then heal our Azure. No, there's no point. We need to heal ourselves because... All right, so... Yeah, I made a mistake. So we need to heal ourselves here, not our creature. If we would have healed our Twilight Drake first when the Northshire was out, we could actually have drawn an extra card there. But in this situation, we killed off the Northshire before I healed my Drake, which was a misplay. So we actually just heal ourselves in that situation because we don't get any benefit from healing the creature. Besides it living, but it had no potential to die because his field isn't full of creatures that could kill it. He's just going to go face with this 1/1. So we really need to worry about health more than healing creatures. So I guess healing face there wasn't bad either. Because we'd be at 12 right now, which is kind of scary. Even playing the Northshire here and healing this, we need a dragon. And we got a dragon, which was really lucky. So we can actually play this, make it a taunt, swing face for 9. So that was kind of like a risky play there, because if we healed the Twilight and we didn't get a dragon to activate the Guardian's taunt ability, 12 health when he has the ability to pump out 6 damage and he has 2 cards in hand is not a good place, because if he has Kill Command or any other charge card, we're dead the following turn. So that was a little risk, but I think there's a pretty high chance we'd draw a dragon, or at least a Holy Nova, or something to deal with this field, because we've got a lot of removal in this deck and we're just not drawing it. Double Holy Nova, double Light Bomb, tons of dragons, another Corruptor. There's another dragon, so that's 2 dragons back to back. So we entomb the Shredder. We're going to have to kill off that 4/4, and then we don't really need to worry about the field too much. We definitely need to heal ourselves. We're going to probably use our Northshire to kill off one of his beasts, and then Swing Face. So next turn we're pushing lethal. He only has 3 creatures on the board, and he has no ability to draw any more cards, and we're out of any sort of lethal range he could get with any one card he could draw. So this is a pretty good situation I was telling you guys about earlier. With Hunters, they just run out of cards. They run out of steam. Like, they pump out a good amount of damage. If I wasn't a priest, if I was like a mage or something, or a rogue, he definitely probably would have won this. But the fact that we were continuously able to heal ourselves, play a good amount of taunts, and we got lucky with that top deck with the Northshire, healing the Twilight Drake to play our Twilight Guardian was good stuff. So there's the first win streak bonus into rank 6. So we just need 2 more games. So ideally we just play 2 more rush decks and beat them. And like I mentioned before, this dragon deck is a little bit different than the dragon deck the 2.0 dragon deck I posted not too long ago. So I actually might make a 2.5 and have this list in there, which seems to be working really well right now. So I'm not sure about that, but we'll see. So we're playing against a mage. We always assume tempo, unless proven otherwise. Twilight Whelp is nice. Holy Nova Velen's probably not that great. Velen's could be good, but probably not. If we had like a Northshire, I might have kept Velen's. Oh, Velen's is back anyway. Velen's wants to be played. So we pretty much end it here. We don't want to play the Twilight Whelp with no creature in hand, because he just pings it. He coins and pings, and it also doesn't have the 3 health. Corruptor's okay, so it looks like we'll just heal him, let him know we care, and end our turn. Also, the Whelp, again, sitting in our hand really isn't that big of a deal, because it's used as a dragon activator for Corruptor, Twilight Guardian, all that good stuff. So Mad Scientist on 2, it seems like a very popular play. I think we just heal him and end turn. Let him know we care. So next turn's looking like it'll be Twilight Drake, the following turn Corruptor, the following turn Velen's Power Ward heal, depending on what we draw in the following 2 turns. Seems pretty decent. We really don't know what kind of mage he's playing here. Again, Mad Scientist doesn't really tell us. If he uses so Arcane Intellect gives us, he could be playing Freeze Mage. I'm going to kind of lean towards that, the fact that he didn't have a turn 1 play. Turn 2 is Mad Scientist, which could be any kind of mage, but the fact that he used Arcane Intellect and he has it in his hand on turn 3, and he really didn't take that long to decide to use it, it's pushing towards Freeze Mage right now. It's always good to identify what kind of mage they're playing, because when the secret pops, we need to know whether or not we play Corruptor or not.
What to do?
What are you going to play, mage? So Fireball the Twilight Drake, okay. That's kind of weird. He either is playing Tempo, and he drew a horrible, horrible hand, or he's playing Freeze Mage. So we're going to Corruptor and deal 3 to face since there's no other play, and I do not think this is a Mirror Entity. And we're right. All right, sweet. So it's either a Tempo that started off horrible in the game, and that's a counterspell, or most likely it's going to just be a Freeze Mage. And, what the f... Okay, Flame Waker. Okay, so it looks like he's a Tempo Mage that just drew a horrible, horrible start, and we just got lucky with the secret. Wow. Okay, so we know that's a counterspell then, so we're just gonna, ooh, top deck off the top. Top deck off the top. Top deck, so we're able to take his Flame Waker. So this right here pretty much just changed the game in our favor so hard. Like, that was just such a lucky top deck. Like, if we didn't have that, it would have been pretty much down to, like, Northshire Cleric, Power Ward, Shield, or Velen's, and hopefully we drew into something we need. So it looks like he's able to kill his Flame Waker, actually. So he's wasted 1 Fireball, 2 Frostbolt, so he's down on the amount of burst damage he can do severely. We know that's most likely a counterspell. So we'll tack into this, see what it is. Maybe it's a duplicate, probably not. Wow, it is a duplicate. What kind of fucking Tempo Mage is this guy running? So we Northshire, heal, see what we draw, and then Twilight Guardian. Seems like a pretty decent play. Even if he plays Flame Strike, 2 of our creatures live, and then we just heal him up next turn with Velen's and Power Ward Shield. If he is playing Flame Strike, I highly doubt he is. He could be, though, because he's playing Duplicate. Like, I have no idea what kind of mage, tempo mage this guy's running. Like, could be Conjure. I was going to say he might be playing Reno, but he played double Frostbolt. So, because Reno would make sense, because he played the Conjure, he played 2 different kinds of secrets, or he played Duplicate and, yeah, just Duplicate. But he would play other kinds of secrets, but Duplicate you normally do play in a Reno mage. So he has no mana, so unless whatever he got out of his unstable portal is a 3 mana or less, it's the end of his turn. Yep. All right. So let's give this some health, see what we draw into, another power word. So we're just going to kill off a 6/3. We could have entombed it, but I really didn't feel like that was a good enough card to entomb. We want to kind of save that for like Archmage, Dr. Boom, Rag, Sylvanas, cards that we can't really get rid of easily. We're just going to buff this up a whole bunch because we're going to assume he doesn't have silence, and we're going to swing and pretty much end it there. This being a 5/8, so he's going to definitely have to waste a polymorph if he has it. If not, there's going to be not a great way for him to get rid of that, get through that Twilight Guardian. So it looks like he's Rumbling Elemental out of Unstable into Dr. Boom, which we definitely, this is kind of what I was saving Entomb for. Even though we have 2 of them in hand, we're only going to have 1 after this, so it was good that we kind of saved it. There's a bunch of different outs here, but Entomb's obviously the best. All right, so we'll heal up our Shadow, see what we draw into. Our hand's getting kind of large. We're going to obviously kill off the Rumbling Elemental. That thing can't live. 2 damage every time he plays a Battle Cry is a little bit much. We'll swing for 4 to face, and then do we Power Word Shield is the question before we end our turn. How many cards do we have in our hand? We actually have enough to Power Word Shield. We'll probably throw it on the taunts because they're going to have to attack the taunts anyway to get through to the other creatures, and automatically it's going to take at least 2 more damage. The Power Word Shield does give at least 2 more damage, so that actually works out quite well. So these, the Archmage, wow, he's playing right into all of our Entombs. This is really good. Wow, he still has the coin. I didn't even notice that he didn't use that. So coin into Arcane Missiles. Okay, he hits that. Hits that. It's good that nothing died there. Not that it could from the second bomb. There's the Arcane Missile. So he's generated 2 fireballs, which we have to keep aware of. 3. Wow, he's generated 3 fireballs in 1 turn with 1 mana. That's pretty good. Coin into double 1 drops. All right, so first play. Oh, there's his Boom. So we're going to entomb his Archmage. There's no point to heal our Shadow Priest because it's just going to swing into the Mana Worm to kill it because we can't keep the Mana Worm alive, and there's no good way to kill it. So we'll take it out. We play the Twilight Guardian. It's just going to die to a Fireball, so the Agent's better here. And then we're going to swing for 5. So he's going to probably Fireball our Twilight Guardian, and I don't know what he's going to do about the Agent, but if we were to just play the other Guardian, he would have just double Fireballed Ping, and then it's our turn again. And I guess we could have Boomed and then like Twilight Whelped, and then he's just going to Fireball Ping the Boom. But then we have 2 more dragons in our hand that he can't get rid of. I don't know. We do know he's going to get rid of 1 Fireball here. There's no way he doesn't. There's 1. It's created by Archmage, so we know he has 2 more created by Archmage. We want to pay attention if it's created by him or if it came out of his deck, because if it doesn't say Archmage, then we know he's out of Fireballs besides the one created by Archmage. All right, so we're going to make the assumption that's a mirror entity, so we're going to probably play our Whelp and then Boom and heal, but we'll attack first to see if it's like maybe a Vaporize. I don't see. Let's see first. Okay, so it is a mirror entity. And then Boom. Heal face. No. Yeah. We heal face, no doubt. And I think we just go face here. There's no point to go anything else. I was thinking about attacking the Mana Worm, and if the Mana Worm has to attack our taunt creature next turn, and then it would kill it off. But in this situation, it really doesn't matter what he kills or how he wants to do it. Unless he has some way to kill Dr. Boom, we pretty much win next turn. If he plays anything too much, then we just Light Bomb, unless that's a counterspell, which it could be. Okay, so he has 4 mana left. He played 1 secret, and the Mana Worm still can't get through the taunt. So Mana Worm into taunt, 2/3 into. He has no really good options here. Fireball face? That doesn't win him the game. So unless that's an ice block and he lives one more turn, I'm pretty sure we win here. But either way, we want to kill off the Mana Worm, pop the bomb. It's going to hit that for 4, which is quite nice. We're going to swing for 1. Swing with Boom. We know it's safe. Swing with the 2. So if it is ice block, then we're going to use Corruptor for no reason, but we'd win anyway. So we might as well Corruptor here and see if it's an ice block. You got to go for lethal if you have it. And if it is ice block, then we pop it. So it is ice block. All right, so we're going to heal ourselves. There's no point to play the Drake because we'd just be playing in a Flame Strike. Not that Flame Strike would be able to kill Dr. Boom anyway. If he does Flame Strike and he doesn't heal, then the Boom Bot hits him for face for 1. So I really don't see how he gets out of this situation alive, to be honest. Unstable Portal into Deathwing. That'd be a way. So Fireball face, still doesn't do it. Fireball face, so there's the last Fireball in his deck. No, both those created by Archmage. He actually hasn't used any. He's used the 1 on our Guardian, then there's still 2 left from the coin, but that's still not enough to beat us, yeah. Sweet, okay, so he just Kansami does. Sweet. So we actually have to win 1 more. We're still on our win streak, and then we're back to ring 10, which is quite nice. And then we're 2 stars into 5, so we actually might play a little bit after that. But I think 5 is probably where we're going to stop this season, just because we want to knock out some free-to-play, and we also have a couple tip videos that I want to knock out. So we've gone against a Freeze Mage and a Face Huntard. So we haven't gone against a Shaman in a while. No Shaman, another Mage. Okay, so hopefully it's not a...
You asked for it.
The light shall bring victory.
Yeah, hopefully it's not a Freeze Mage. Those games last forever. Obviously, we want to keep the Twilight Whelp. There's no point to keep the other 2. Ysera, it's kind of... Normally, Ysera would be really, really bad to have in your open hand, but in this situation, it's actually quite good because it's used as an activator, and it's going to be in our hands for so long. We actually play Twilight Whelp on turn 1 now, and it's okay. There's no really problem to it. And it also it keeps Ysera as an activator for Twilight Guardian as well. So normally, you always want to hold your Whelp, depending on what's in your hand, but for the most part, in this situation, when you have Ysera on the start, playing Whelp is just fine. It's a free zombie chow that doesn't heal them for 5. What's up with every one of our opponents being able to play something on 2 or 1? That's a good card on 2. And then I think we attack Mana Worm here. Because we attack Mana Worm because if he ends up attacking our Weremist, our agent I should say, it actually kills the Mana Worm before he's able to buff the Mana Worm. So let's say the Mana Worm goes to 3 attack, he swings into the agent, it doesn't die. And then we have to attack into the Mana Worm again. But in this situation, because we attacked it once when it only had 1 health, whatever it attacks, it's just going to die. So we did lose 2 damage, but wow, Frostbolt. A Bolt of Frost kills our dragon. All right, so another Twilight Whelp. We probably swing in... Yeah, we kill off the Sorcerer, we play the Whelp, we heal our Agent. The Agent's going to die no matter what to the Mana Worm, just because we're healing it to 3 and the Mana Worm already has 3 attack. But it really shouldn't... It's only a 2-3. Keep on his turn 3. I don't know. He plays a Flame Waker would hurt because we'd have no way to kill it. A Secret would hurt too because then we'd be scared to play our Twilight Guardian. Mad Scientist. He leaves 1 mana up for grabs. Not too bad. I think we worry about board control at this state, so we Guardian and then kill off. No, I think we go face. We don't kill off the Mad Scientist. Because the Mad Scientist is going to have to attack the Drake anyway, and then also, if we would have attacked the Scientist, it's a little bit better for us, because then he's forced to pay and he may not play a creature. But because we didn't kill it, it gives him a greater chance to draw into a secret, which makes his hand really dead, which helps us a lot early on in the game. So it was, wow, Flame Cannon helps him, and of course it hits the Guardian, so he can swing his Mad Scientist in the Guardian. Okay, so we should have attacked the Mad Scientist last turn with our Whelp. Whelp dead. Double Flame Cannon into the secret. I'm assuming it's Mirror Entity. All right. So now do we Velen's chosen the Cleric or not? We get punished by a Fireball. 2 cards in hand. I think we do it. Because the problem if we don't do this, and he's able to kill our Northshire Cleric, the Velen sits in our hand and we have no way to kill his Northshire, and if we ever heal our card, it's fucked. So of course he top decks the Fireball. That was the only card that this situation's a weak to. A polymorph would be weak to too. The arcane missiles is also bad. That's so good. That's so good. All right, so that actually killed this card. So he wastes 3 cards to kill 1. And it wasn't even a good card. It was just a 1-drop. So we're actually up 2 cards because he has 2, we have 3. On our turn, we draw into 1. We can't play Ysera yet. Another secret. So I'm going to assume he already played 1 Mirror Entity. So it's a 50-50 chance between Counterspell and Mirror Entity because normally you played... So we'll play the Agent... Okay, so it's going to be a Counterspell. I was going to say you normally play 2 Mirror Entities, 1 Counterspell, and he's already used 1. So that leaves a 50-50 for the others. So we know it's a Counterspell, so next turn, depending on what we have, we may actually use the Counterspell on our Holy Nova just to get it out of the way, just in case we need to cast spells and we don't have enough mana to one turn because the order in which we cast them, it doesn't allow us to because he's going to Counterspell one of them. But normally we want to use like Power Word Shield with the Counterspell because it only costs 1 mana. Double, wow, drawing into Holy Nova Light Bomb is not good. So we're going to heal up the Agent. Do we use Holy Nova now and then we use Sarah next turn, or do we just not, we just wait for the Power Word Shield? There's some spell that we don't need. I don't think, because if it's not a counter spell, then we kind of just wasted Holy Nova. So I think we hold on to it. I don't really, because the problem is if it's not a counter spell, you played something weird, like the last mage we played like Duplicate or something like that. But I'm almost, it's like 80 or 90% counter spell. And then obviously we know it's not a Mirror Entity, so we can play Ysera pretty freely. So we just don't want him to draw into anything too big, is the point here. Because like a Dr. Boom would be bad, but then we just Light Bomb. But we couldn't Light Bomb because he's going to counterspell, so we'd have to like Power Word Shield. It doesn't kill, oh, never mind. Yeah, that would be the problem with us not playing Holy Nova the last turn. Anyway, Ysera for free. Please generate me a creature. The worst spell you could give me that's not a creature. That's like the worst one to have right now unless he plays like a Shredder or like a Flame Waker. No, a Flame Waker. Oh, Kinsamidon. Okay, sweet. So it looks like he had no way to get rid of Ysera. Anyway, guys, rank 5. That was actually not as hard as what I thought it would be. I thought this would take a little bit longer, but we actually just literally went from rank 6 to rank 5 with no problem on our win streak from rank 7 from 6. Sweet. I'm not going to argue with that. Dragon Priest works. Anyway, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed the road to Legend this season. Sorry about not being able to have enough time to be able to really push for Legend. Normally, depending on the month, I have the time to do it, and I will knock it out. But this month, as I said at the start of the season, I didn't think I'd have time for it, and I didn't. But the last couple days here, we got to rank 5, which really isn't too bad for how much we actually played this season. Again, we kind of just have to wait for me not to be in school and to be overwhelmed with a bunch of other shit. Because hitting Legend, it is possible. Like we've hit Legend many times in the past, but it's just very time oriented. You gotta have time to sit down every day and grind it out for at least 2 or 3 hours. Because sometimes in a day you'll be rank 1, almost Legend, you'll go all the way back down to 4, and then it's gonna take at least 4 or 5 more hours just get back to where you started. So. Anyway, guys, sorry about the little rant, but I just want to let you know kind of why we did what we did this month, and hopefully it didn't bother some of you because, you know, still playing a different variety of decks, which we did this month, and rank 5 still isn't terrible. It's not the best, but, you know, I did what I can with what I got. Anyway, guys, love having you here at the end. I'm Warshack, happy whatever the hell, I'm Warshack and happy whatever the hell day it is.